Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for January 23rd. We are looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair first. This pair closed lower on Friday, did create an inside bar, so definitely look for the breakout. Overall moving sideways. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 83.43, possibly as low as 82.12. Look for some resistance around 83.15 and look for some support around 82.32. Okay, now looking at the Euro-USD pair, this pair surged to the upside. Definitely closed higher, moving higher, biased is up. Look for it to potentially go as high and hit some resistance around the 136.95 mark. Look for it to move lower and hit some support around 135.00. It did gap at the open. It's filled that gap, so we could see it move higher from here. Now the pound-US dollar pair. This pair, as you can see, created a swing trade setup. I have a trend line drawn there. Overall, it has started to move sideways over the past 1, 2, 3, 4 sessions. Have to see if that continues or if we get a surge to the upside. Possibly moving up to 1.6138, possibly down to 157.92. Look for some resistance around 160.58 and look for some support around 158.22. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed down on Friday, did break the previous session's high by 1 pip, moved lower, moving sideways overall. It did gap down at the opens, filled that gap already. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 0.9741, possibly moving down to 0.9462. Look for some resistance around 0.9725 and look for some support around 0.9515. Alright, now as far as news announcements go, we have the Australian dollar releasing their consumer price index for the fourth quarter at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that it has risen from 2.8% to 3.0%. So definitely keep an eye on that. Now, as far as trades, we have the U.S.-Japanese yen pair that has created an inside bar. Not too excited about taking this breakout, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Basically, we have a good ways to go to get to either breakout point, and then to the downside, we don't have very long before we hit the next area of support, not only here, but here. Previous support, and then to the upside we don't have very long before we hit another area of resistance. So currently to the upside looking to grab about 15 pips. To the downside on this one looking for about 15 pips as well, and you have to see a move of 54 pips before it even gets to that point. To the upside, it would have to move about 58 pips. Not that that's impossible. Obviously, we do have strong days right here where we have days where the market just really cranks and moves. But for it to have to prove itself so far before even breaking through these points, it's just these 15 pips opportunities just don't seem to be all that exciting. The Euro-USD, it's already retraced its gap. I believe that we'll see it move back up and move higher from here. Pound-US dollar pair. This one is a little bit better as far as looking for a potential to exit. A little bit closer to the market as well. To the upside, grabbing about 30 pips and then seeing if it'll go up to 50. So that's a good potential trade. Basically looking for a break of the trend line, exiting about 30 pips up or going to break even and seeing if it'll go all the way up to 50, which would put it right in the high here and hitting resistance. US Swiss, nothing really here. This pair's just moving sideways. Would look for a break of this area of support. The only problem is we have another area here of previous resistance. I believe that that's going to be fairly strong and looking for it to break down even further. I just don't know if over the next session if that's a very good play. I think there are better trades out there in the market. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.